Welcome back. Trading strategies is what we were discussing, and today we are going to celebrate Women's Day along with a celebration of trading strategies. We are joined by ACE technical expert, technical trader Anu Jain, the Director Equities at IIFL Private Wealth Management. Anu, good morning, and really good to have you with us today on the show for more reasons than one, obviously. Well, how does it feel? You are a rare entity in that in this profession, isn't it?
I don't think so. I think there are a lot of women in this, and I really like a lot of people are getting into the trading side of it. I think women make equally good traders, if not better traders. So I think may the tribe increase.
Oh yes, we don't doubt the quality at all. Okay, well, Anu, let's tell us, is it good news for the bulls on the Nifty? What kind of a range are you looking at for the week, for the month?
Well, you've got, unfortunately or fortunately, events which kind of pan out the Nifty movement. You've been stuck in a range for the last couple of days after a stellar move because of the big election outcome. And if you look at it technically, you are bound by that. I would say 100 point, though it's actually even shorter. It's actually 88.60 to 89.30, 40, which is kind of keeping the market in that range. But I think a bigger breakout happens if you cross 9,000, 9,030 in a big way. Essentially, in the short term, it would mean that you'll get 100, 150 points. But in a way, it's breaking out of a 2-year cycle, if you cross that 90, 100. So I think for a longer period of time, it would mean a very, very large move. And in terms of any consolidation because of results not being up to expectation, I think you can, the first point of correction would be that if you break 87.90, and if you were to break 87.90, then you can go up to 85, 85.20. I think those would be points to collect. It wouldn't be points to distribute. So looking at collecting at lower points rather than looking at an overbought situation. Technically, there will be corrections. You've seen the metal index now kind of, the market is losing a certain amount of breadth over the last couple of days, and that usually indicates a saturation. Now, whether it's a saturation pause before and then a fresh run, which is equal, I would say chance, or it's just that it'll slip down to 86, 86.20 and then you pick up again. So I'm looking at the metal index as a very good indicator. It can correct 4 to 5%, but some of them can give very good results even from your Hindalco, Tata Steel. The works for a 1-year perspective. These are not short-term moves. Short-term moves may be much different than what the medium-term move of the Nifty is appearing to be.
Okay, Anu, good morning. I wanted your thoughts on Reliance. Talking to you after so long. It's a 9-year breakout that we have seen, breakout of a 9-year range. What kind of levels do you see on charts now for Reliance?
Well, there will be consolidations. Fundamentally, things, it is looking fully priced. So, as the desk for equity, we try to manage both equity, the technicals and the fundamentals. So, very honestly, it's the under ownership which is driving it, and that can continue to drive it. So I don't think it's going to break 1240 to 1260 zone now in a rush. So you have that cushion of 4 to 5% down where market will come back to pick up the stock. Crossing 1350, 1360 will be tough. So as of now, it's made its first large move, which has come almost for a 25 to 30% move. I think a sideways consolidation is more in line. So I think next 4 to 6 weeks, it'll move in this zone. I do not see it as of now, the chart breakout indicating in the short term a big move. If only it conquers the 1360, 1370 and consolidates, that can make a move to about 1440. But I think that will be a move over 4 months, 4.5 months, if it can hold the 1350, 1360 levels.
Okay, Anu, hi, good morning, happy Women's Day. I'm very intrigued. You said women make better traders than men. What are the qualities that women have that make them better traders than men?
Well, I think they have a lot more patience. That's the only quality which really counts in trading, and they cut their risk a little faster because I think what I've seen, the two qualities are risk averseness and patience, which is a very good blend for a trader. I think for any investor for that matter, not just for a trader. So I think women can make a little more effort to be better investors into the market, because when I speak to my friends, usually the investment decision in most of the cases is done by the man of the family. I think if that starts going on to the women, you may see better returns accrue to the house.
Okay, we hope for that change to come through. But let's get back to business then. You have a couple of stock ideas as well for the day. Take us through them.
So it's actually a sectoral play. So if you look at the agri stocks, they started breaking out about 6 months back, and you had a move, first round of move in agriculture stocks, which was seeds, which was fertilizers. We saw them make a stellar move once. We saw a stellar move twice, about 2 months back, and about a month back, they've all consolidated. Fundamental reasons also kind of happen to be happening at the same time with them, with the government policy, with the cotton prices going up, and they are blending with the technicals of the market. We saw Kaveri Seeds yesterday give us break. It's on a 52-week high. It's not been in these 520 levels for a very long time since it's corrected from those zones. Now it's looking as a swing target for about 570 to 575. For investment purposes, for a 2 to 3 year hold also seems to be fair enough. So I think any correction of about 3 to 4%, if it goes down to sub 500 levels to about 490, 485, one can look at entering into it with a target price of essentially 570 to 575. Would look at this as one move. Apart from that, you can look at United Spirits, you can look at UPL also. It's looking like it can give you another 5 to 7%, because I'm now looking at, okay, if one has consolidated and broken out, which are the next which can follow through. So it could be Tata Chemicals, it could be United Phosphorus, it could be the smaller ones like, which are there in the thing of seeds. It could be the fertilizer stocks. So you've seen Coromandel correct and consolidate for some time, whereas you've seen Escorts make the move last week. So I think the whole pack will move, but I think right now the first momentum has come into Kaveri, and probably the next momentum would probably follow through in United Phosphorus.
Okay, well, finally, Anu, last year we saw the NBFCs make a lot of money for investors. The private sector banks have, some of them at least, have been evergreen stocks. Public sector banks made actually a lot of money last year for investors. Now, if you have to give us either the bank nifty call for the year or any one bank as your pick for the year, what would it be?
Well, we've just gone and upgraded Yes Bank. So we have actually found technicals also. It's not yet broken out or things like that, but the way it's consolidating at these 1420 to 1450 levels, I think you can see your next move, like you saw in Nasrin, come in very sharp and straight, and though Yes was part of that move, I think you can see one more stellar move in it. Of course, there'll be a very good move in the PSU banks also, but that's something I'm not really followed, so I don't think I'm the right person to advise on that. But Yes Bank and IndusInd we've been following very strongly, so I think technically if I were to take a call even for 6 months to a year, I think it would be Yes Bank. So I'd buy in the current zone. I would buy 2 to 3% lower if there's a correction so coming. Probably poise it for 1650 to 1670 in the medium term.
Okay, thank you very much, Anu. It is yes to more power to you, and a great 2017. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Same to all of you. Thank you.